Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. It is 2034, and we are having an international Cold War, agent war, whatever you want to call it. That is going hot really quickly. We're also going to start research on our 5th gen frame, which will be done in 2036 probably. We were getting some of our rescue missions started. We had to move all our agents into Kazakhstan as they have become highly aggressive. We should be working on buildings, but we're not. So let's get that going. We do have a backdoor for Kazakhstan, so that's good. Oh, what is all this? Nationalization of Georgia. I already made these cores, though. I'm not gonna spend political power for things that are already cores. That's just redundant. I guess I could have annexed them. Well, that's good to know for the next time anyone makes it this far through their Russian attack. It's... Oh man, if I'd known I could have just annexed them and then spent a little political power here and there to make them core regions, that's a huge difference in playstyle. Like that changes the entire nature of what I would have done. That's a stability loss. I think this actually really hurt me last time because of the huge loss in stability. So we're going to go ahead and provide assistance this time. It should boost our political party. Looks like the political power is still dropping, though. So maybe I should have kept doing the choice that lowers stability, but if our stability does end up recovering, this should be around 50%. Yeah, it's really debatable. All right. We're going to do a little bit of unit naming here. So this is the first army group. This is Army 1, Army 3, Army 4, and Army 5. We're gonna... Yeah, do we want to keep it first army? I think we just go first army rather than Army 1. This sounds better. Army 3 will be the second. Four is now third, so third army. And then 4 will be fourth army. And they can only have 4 army groups of 18 subdivisions. And there are no available tactics, so I don't know what that's flashing for. Guess we have digital camo, but we need active research project done. We can reduce their supply consumption. Let's go ahead and do that. We're about to get modern armor, which is huge. And we'll need to work on our self-propelled artillery. From a research standpoint, that's what's holding our infantry and our modern mechanized forces back the most. We're still a minor power, which means we're just going to be completely crushed with our influence gain if we try and influence anyone. Looks like our unemployment rate is going up, so once this goes up to 10%, we can start working on factories again. Scramjets, nuclear. Scramjet's actually useful. I think that gives us a module. Do we have a space program? It's like we don't have any tech. Yeah. Hold up. Where was that? Click that again. If I get rid of this, this is the only unavailable project it's showing me. And it's like, where's this program here, guys? Does Chechnya not just never gets a space program ever? Pretty lame. What is this? Military spending? Yeah, we're at large, I think. Yeah, so we're on the top end of that. $9 trillion in GDP, that's pretty good. We're actually below the global average, though, in GDP. Or growth. Which is not great, actually. Yeah, because these territories we're about to integrate are not going to add that much. As far as populace. Yeah, so let's look at places we can annex, which would be here. How do we get our navy there? Right? That's the question. So patrol-wise, We would need one. Let's click on these. We'd need this one, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5 ships. We need 5 vessels to be able to make that. And production-wise, with our shortage of steel, so let's go ahead and... We're going to go ahead and make our moves for resources right now. We're going to go ahead and take some territory that we're going to want to annex directly. Apparently, Europe is the only one with a ton of steel that I see. We could trade with Russia. Wouldn't need any convoys for this. The US is using all of their steel. So let's go ahead and get what we can from Europe. I think 48 would allow us to build some more. Yeah, if we go 10 factories worth of steel, we're now positive 45. We'll finish these in a couple months. So let's get ourselves a second line. Oh, I unequipped naval manufacturer. I'm gonna bump that up. I want them getting experience. All right, so we are sending 10 factories for resources. And the reason I want to do that is this gives us kind of open access to a bunch of different places. How is Australia's influence? Yeah, they are puppeting Indonesia and Timor-Leste, so they've got that little island there, plus all of Indonesia, so they own kind of this, except for New Zealand. Yeah, then we can move on places like Sri Lanka, Madagascar. I think the Southwest Asia is kind of open. Or I guess more South Asia. Who are their puppets? Japan, Macau, and Hong Kong. I'm gonna go ahead and do a nuclear IRBM. Got railguns. 2025. These are 2035. Yeah, this gives some other guns that we might want other than railguns. So let's go ahead and get that too. I usually go submarines or like full surface vessel carrier fleet. I've really never had a bunch of corvettes with nuclear power generators on them. it's a unique style. It's a showboat navy, which is fitting for the TikTok brigade, right? a navy without a purpose or point other than just providing a stepping stone for our invasion force. Let's see, doctrine wise. Marines. You have amphibious. That would modify our capacity. Yeah, so this would be the route we want to go. It gives us 104 special forces we could work with. Definitely would not be using light infantry like Marines in the long run. There's no shot we would use anything that large either. And we'll go ahead and do 2034 Chechen Marines. So we'll go ahead and save that. I guess it should be Chechen Marines. Decommission all of these. I think that's probably like Mechadroni thugs or something. That's some special event that they have. We finished suicide pills. We're gonna keep working on that. All right, so July 26th, I think our first vessels. Oh, I need to set where these come out at. Krasnodar. And North Krasnodar, I guess. Are those due to the naval yards? All of that needs to get a bump. We need those to be much bigger then. Also going to add more enrichment facilities while we're at it, and then we need to check these naval bases. Ooh, that's huge. All right, everything here. I'm planning for the future. These are going to be our max size naval bases. Realistically, I should be getting future armor. We're going to go ahead and get a jump on future armor. Yeah, all our armor is now obsolete. Effectively. Anyway, it's all first gen holes. I guess we can get modern artillery. And we're doing upgrades still on our fighter jets. Looks like we do have plenty of heavy lift aircraft now. That's good. September is probably when we're okay. Navy-wise, we should have got more ships. So let's check kind of our patrol situation. Holding position. Wanna unassign this though. How do I remove that? There we go. So is 5 enough? Looks like that's under patrol. This is a route through the Arabian Sea. Okay, so we got Cold War naval weapons started. I think close air support. So we're gonna want our gunship like air items. We've got another frigate. Good. So we can base out of this naval base with enough ships. Looks like right here we may have a problem. So we're just gonna go ahead and put stuff there. Heavy Nara armor is gonna be huge, so we're gonna want that. Non-explosive reactive armor. And then our boats here are on hold, so we're gonna actually have them here and here. In the Black Sea. Their areas of responsibility. We don't have anything to invest in, so we're gonna have $1 trillion in our treasury so we can take some debt. Construction wise, I think we're just gonna build a ton of rail lines that we need very quickly too. That's good. Can actually check this out. Yeah, our supply issues are kind of dwindling, but they're still there. As these rail lines need to finish up. We do have a lot of this finishing towards this final line from our east and west coast here. Yeah, if we could get this central line, we'd be way better off. Don't see any other major supply concerns, immediate concerns at least. Whatever's going on here is freaking me out though. That's a weird one with this port. It looks like this will be our weakest area still. Probably put a main line here. I don't know why there's no connection bridging that. Yeah, and then we'll have a main line going across. A redundant size 6 going north-south. All into that central hub. So this will be our linchpin for the north, for the Volgograd region. Yeah, I don't know why this is designated as 6. We should be approaching 10 trillion in GDP soon. Check the ledger here. Yeah, we have moved above Australia now. Oh, well, South Africa is also growing. South Africa is growing significantly too. They're on the front page. We're right behind Canada and South Africa and Argentina. As far as GDP, so our economic strength, as you can see, our bigger rail lines starting to get built. And we have our forces pretty spread out here. Our mechanized armies. I guess it's around September. Let's check on naval vessels. Yeah, so the 24th, so actually October, will be a better representation of what we need. Gonna go ahead and bump this North Krasnodar naval yards up. And we also have more rail lines that need to be finished. Fourth gen medium airframes, so that's good. That'll be our first multi-role. And then let's see. I'm gonna start training our full army group here. So we're gonna start expending our equipment, which will be just normal equipment. But we definitely want all these to at least be regulars. And I think we have some groups that are like new, fresh recruits. Yeah, right here. They're freshmen. Preferably, we'd want veterans, which would be the gold 2 symbol or battle tested. I don't think we'll get there. But we're going to start military exercises. And that's good enough for this episode. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.